Hello, this is Manesh Patel from the EII Capital Group. Today is June 29, 2011. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the currency markets. Okay, let's begin. Normal disclaimer, this is for education use only. All charts are either in Thinkorswim, TradeStation, or freestockcharts.com. Here are my contact details there. You could also follow us on Twitter at Ichimoku Trading, and you could also access any of our free videos on ichimokutrade.com. Okay, so let's begin. We got a lot to cover due to all the stuff that's been going on in Greece. Here is our charts. On the left hand side, basically have the weekly time frame. On the right hand side, we have our daily. We're always going to start going for the weekly to get a higher picture, and then we'll go from there. If you look at this from the weekly point of view, we're still in the bullish trend. The reason why is we still haven't broken a major support at 39.06. Okay. However, for this trend to resume, it's got to break 44.54 and on the top side to start resuming this trend. Until it does, it's just kind of consolidating right now at the top of this bullish pattern. If you look at the daily time frame, you can see that from the EURUSD, really not doing anything at all. It's in the clouds, so basically means consolidating. So really, it's got to break through this 44.54 level and show us a confirmation that this is going to go bullish. But you can see that's kind of the top of the cloud too, so that's good. Okay, Pound USD, if I could spell. Pound USD, it was in a bullish trend last week, basically broke below the support of 6075, and now we're basically in a major pullback. Okay, and you can see that reflected here from the daily time frame where it's now trending here. It's going up right now. First minor support resistance level is at 6086, and the key resistance level is always going to be 6228 for right now. So this is bearish trending right now, but that's a major pullback to the weekly time frame, as you could see. So you know, if you're in a pound, just be very careful right now, because you could see we're kind of here at this all-time low here at 39.21. It does look like it's got momentum to kind of go down there, but today and tomorrow are key, and it really needs to break this support level here. If it does break this in today or tomorrow, then this is going to sit there and probably go lower, number 2 or 300 pips. Okay, so just watch out for that one. Australian USD, bullish trending on the weekly time frame, kind of getting topsy here. It's now starting to turn things here, so it looks like a major pullback may be on the way, but until it breaks 357, it's not going to happen at all. If you look at the daily time frame, it's in the cloud, so there's nothing really there. Let's go look at US SWITSI. US SWITSI is still bearish trending on the weekly time frame and also on the daily time frame. Chicago is finally sitting there getting close to the price, so maybe this thing may end for a while, but it doesn't look like it at all. You know, do not sit there and try to go short here, or don't even try to go bullish at all on this one at all. It's got to get above 85.43 for you to even think about going bullish at all. It's got to prove to you that this bullish, bearish movement down finally is going to sit there and break and start moving to the top side, but no confirmation as of yet. USCAD, it's been a weird one. It was bearish trending here on the weekly time frame. It finally got above the Cajun sin. Looked like it was sitting there trying to do a major pullback. Still in the major pullback phase. However, if you look at the daily time frame, it's just going back and forth, back and forth. Welcome to the summer, guys. We're volatility here, and a lot of sideways action is going to be. So just wait and be patient. New Zealand USD, you could see it's basically bullish trending on the weekly, and if you look on the daily time frame, it really has got to sit there and break above 8,300. If it does, it can sit there and start trending on both the daily and weekly. So that's a good potential there. EURCAD, nothing right now on the EURCAD as of right now. You can see here it's trying to get out of the cloud, not successfully. So it's trying to make a bullish movement, but it still hasn't done that at all yet. So there's nothing there. You can see from the daily time frame there's nothing there. But you know, if this thing could sit there and start breaking upwards, then there is a potential of this thing starting to trend all the way top side, where the euro can get strong compared to the CAD. Let's look at Australian CAD. Australian CAD, if you look at it, it's still bullish trending on the weekly, and you can see it's basically consolidating here. This can sit there and start making a movement down because it's going to a thin cloud, but it's got to make its movement down and start breaking the 1.300 level. If it does, then there's a potential of maybe a pullback, but the key support level is always going to be at 1.0090. If it breaks that, then finally we're going to enter a major pullback on the weekly time frame, which is more long term. Australia, New Zealand, you could see here on the weekly time frame, it's undergoing a major pullback right now. And you can see that reflected here on the daily time frame, where basically it's being bearish trending, and you could see that basically it's holding right now, but it's just kind of consolidating with wild swings here at the bottom. It does look like it's hit it there and start resuming backwards upwards, but doesn't look that as yet, so time will tell with that one. Let's look at some pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand, remember we talked about this one breaking down. It is resuming its trend downwards from last week where we talked about it. So this is a good active trade. You can see the week daily is trending downwards nice. So this is very strong right now. In fact, this week and next week are critical. Next 2-3 weeks are critical, where pound New Zealand keeps on resuming downwards. If it does, this is going to crash, where New Zealand is going to get very strong compared to the pound. So there may be some more bottom side movement for this currency. Only time will tell, but next week or two are very critical for this thing to keep on going. I think that's it. We covered everything. Let's go through and cover. Oh, we haven't covered yen pairs at all. US yen, you could see for the weekly, nothing there. Daily, nothing there at all. Let's go look at euro yen. Euro yen, nothing at all on the daily or weekly because it's just basically still in the clouds. Australian yen, you could tell there's nothing really here at all. So none of the yen pairs really haven't made any movements as of yet. So just be patient, and maybe sooner or later they'll start making a move. But you remember, it's going to take a little while for Japan to come out and start recovering and getting back on the board. That's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Speak to you next week.